y'all. Welcome to episode 245 of Consignment Chats. Ladies, every reseller has those items that they just love to list. And then they have those items that just somehow keep making it to the bottom of their money mountain, aka death pile. We call it money mountain. And it just, no matter how much you list and dig, somehow that one, as soon as it starts making to the top, those items somehow end up back at the base. I don't know what happens there. But today we are going to break down. It's a reseller's confessions, y'all. We are going to confess. We're going to talk about the things we love to list and those dreaded items that we just can't stand listing. And we all have them, and they're all different. And we're going to talk about them today. But first,
why do we do that? Why do we all do that? Okay.
That's what we're going to talk about. We're going to break that down.
I want to know. I want to get to the bottom of this so I could stop doing it. Yeah.
You don't necessarily have to stop. That's the thing. Maybe you don't. Maybe you shouldn't stop. I don't know. We're going to talk about it.
Okay.
But first, as always, I got to start with some question about our week.
Hey, y'all. Welcome to Consignment Chats. This is Molly, and I'll be joined by my co-hosts Libby and Samantha.
Tell me your favorite item you sold this week. Favorite item.
I'm just going to rail you right off the bat here. I didn't have a favorite item I sold this week. Sorry, Molly.
She never listens. She never follows directions.
Yeah, so I've been, as like an offshoot of our Profit First book, I've been really looking at old inventory and how I can turn that into cash because, Molly and I have quite a bit of old inventory that we just, list it and forget it.
And y'all, we don't mean like a year old. We mean
like a decade.
A decade.
Like a decade old. Yeah. Yep. True story. So I've been running sales. I've been pushing those items. I've been getting them out the door. And some of them like literally are like 50 cents, like profit I'm making on these items, but they're gone. I have room for more inventory. Some of them are obviously more than that, but it just feels so incredibly good, except for the shipping part of it. Cause like I have been shipping my pants. Yes. All right.
All right. Way to go off question. Samantha, are you going off question or are you going to tell me your actual favorite item you sold? But that is a good favorite items, Libby. I do like your story. I let that fly.
I did just pull up my inventory in Consign Cloud, and my oldest item is 3 years old from June of 2022. And that is like, that's killing me. But they're family member items. So I've, kept them in there.
Get extended.
Cool. Yeah. That's okay. My favorite item, which I talked about on our live, but you weren't here, so
I wasn't there, so now I get to know.
It was not a banger by any means, but this book set, I did not sell them as a book set per se. I sold them as decor. So this practical English set, there were several of them all over the internet, listed for like 10, 15 bucks. And I took an offer of 25. They were only listed for a week or two. And I sold them as decor. So, yeah.
That is so gutsy and so brilliant.
It's brilliant.
I love it.
Yes. Way to go, girlfriend.
Definitely an experiment. And I feel like I won. So it was great.
Yeah, you did. You did.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Bill's making sure I have lots of coffee.
Oh, that's so sweet of him. Yeah. I don't get that for the next day or two because Nick's out of town, but I'll survive. I shall step up and be an independent woman. I shall
Bless
succeed.
Your heart. Bless your heart, Molly.
All right, what was your favorite?
My favorite item is one that you will see on estate sale that we just went to. That video just went up this past week, and I went in the closet and I found the skirt. And I just fell in love with it. Why? Because it's preppy. It's green. It's pink. It's golf. It's long. It's vintage. And it screams Molly. It just screams Molly. Now, I did not buy it for me, but I just had to take it home. And I did no research on it or anything. And y'all, it ended up being a goodie. We paid $8 for it. It sold within 2 hours of Nick listing it.
No way.
We listed it for $119, took an offer for $97 and sold it within a couple of hours.
Yes, good sale, good offer. That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So keep an eye out. This is a Bolo brand, Katasha's Unusuals. That's the only golf one I saw. She has all these beautiful skirts and they're all vintage. And the prices that they sell for are 100 and higher. So there's a
Wow.
Bolo for everybody. If you ever
Get
get into
over
the
to
vintage
Thrift
clothes,
Find Flip channel. Get the
mhm,
deets. Yes.
there you go. There you go.
Is
There
that in
you
the
have
video
it.
that you just posted a couple days ago? Is
Yes,
that
yes,
yeah, I saw you
yes.
flip. I only watched a couple seconds of it, but I saw you flipping through that closet and I just wanted everything in there. It looked
Oh my
great.
God, they were so cute. I know, and
Yes.
there were a lot that was I left behind because of stains and stuff. But yeah, I could have
Yeah.
filled several bags with those vintage clothes, but a lot of them just had too much damage. But I
I was
found some goodies.
I
I
was
definitely
screaming a
found
little
some
bit.
goodies.
Yeah, you
Right?
were good.
Why didn't you pick that up? Yeah, yeah,
Stop flipping so fast. Look at these things.
yeah. Right? So those are the kind of things that bring us into our topic today are the things that we love to list and sell. That's where I want to start. I think we need to start with that, y'all. I think we need to start with the things we love, like the fast, easy categories, the things that bring us joy. There's different things. So you love to list things because of the ease of listing, but then
Mhm.
sometimes you might love to list something because it brings you joy. And those can be two very separate categories, right?
Yeah.
Let's
True.
break that
True.
down. Let's talk about what's your favorite things to list.
Car parts. I love car parts.
I thought you were going to say game pieces.
I do love game pieces. I
Mhm.
see so those are like my two favorite. That'd be a weird
Right.
store if it was just game pieces and car parts.
Right. But here's the thing, like what your two things right there just broke down what I was saying. Car parts, you love to list why?
Because they're
Because
very easy. You just list the number on them, and they make you so much money.
right. But then game board pieces, why do you love to list those?
Game board pieces just make my soul happy, and they're cute, and I like to sort them and take them all into little pieces, and they don't make you lots of money. So there's that.
Her
So it's all
business
about
name is
balance.
Sorting with Samantha. So, yeah, she likes to sort a lot.
Yes, yes, I do.
But that just shows it right there. I mean, that's it. Like I love to list shoes because I find them easy. I find them fun to photograph. They typically will when the shoes I try to pick out typically bring me decent money and then a lot
Mhm.
of them, they're good and they're easy and I like them and they're easy to store. I just, put them in a big bucket and
Yes.
set them to the side. I don't have to worry about them breaking or, anything like that. And so I enjoy selling those. But what I really love to sell are the little kitschy vintage breakables. And
Mm.
they don't always, sometimes you'll find a banger in there, but it's
Mhm.
not, to me, those aren't about the bang. It's just about the, oh my God, that is so stinking cute. I just can't walk away from it. Like,
Mhm.
Yep.
I may pay $8 for it and it may sell for 16, but I had a part in finding it a new home and it looks really cute in my house for the however many days it's here. And it just makes me happy to list it. I just love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's definitely me in the games. Yeah, and the car parts are not as easy to store either. The game pieces are
Mm.
very easy. They all go in little baggies, they go in little shoebox bins, everything's easy peasy. The car parts are sometimes 80 pounds. Sometimes they're these big long flimsy pieces that I'm afraid I'm gonna break. Like
Ugh.
you're
Right
just
now, while you're showing us and it's wobbling. Yeah.
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 Snap. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sourcing also makes a difference. I
Mhm.
don't want to go to a junkyard every other day to go get car
Mm.
parts, but I will definitely go clean out your game closet or get my other stuff in on consignment because I sell lots of other stuff and do that rather than like I'm not going to a junkyard all the time. No.
So, question. I drove by, I didn't pick it up, and I thought, I should have pulled over and picked that up. But I had people in the car and we were going somewhere. When I was on Hilton Head this past week, driving down a road, there was a brand new, shiny Toyota hubcap on the side of the road. And I thought, should I have grabbed that and listed it? That's probably money sitting in the grass over there. Which
Oh.
Would you have grabbed that, Samantha, or kept on going?
I would have kept on going.
Okay.
I
Okay.
don't think I've ever sold a hubcap, first of all. So there's that. But I know people that run entire businesses off of just pallets of
Have
hubcaps.
you never sold one because you've never listed
I've
one
never
or because
listed
they
one.
don't? Okay.
I've
That's what
never
I was
listed one, I
thinking.
should say. Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I've sold a couple hubcaps in my day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, to make you feel a little better, Toyota and Hyundai are pretty cranky about zeroing things, so you have to be careful. They like to say a lot of things are counterfeit, even when they have the original part number and stuff on them. So
Oh, really?
that should make you feel a little bit better. That some of those ones are a little pickier, and yeah, you got to tiptoe around some of their
Yeah.
parts. So there
Well,
you
there's
go.
my
You did
first
miss out.
question to our listeners. What would you have done? Kept on going? I mean, or stopped and picked it up? Because see, back in our days in Conshohocken, Libby and I would call each other, be like, my car is full, but I'm heading to work or I've got an appointment, but there's this awesome piece of furniture on West 10th. Go grab it. You know, like we would trash pick all the time from our neighbors, like driving through town. Like, Libby,
Oh,
go
yeah.
get that desk. It's perfect. Go grab it now. But
It's-
yeah, I had a car full of women leaving brunch and I didn't see it until after we were driving. So I thought, oh gosh, would Samantha just throttle me that I drove past that? So what would you guys have done if you drove past something?
I
Are
want
you
to know who's in our audience and what you guys
Yeah.
think. Yes.
yeah, would you have stopped and picked that up? Would you have just kept on keeping on? Or maybe it wasn't a car part. Think of it as another item. Are you somebody that stops and grabs things like that? Or you just go to your estate sales and yard sales or your consignment customers? Let us know.
So we don't have a lot of that here. Usually the weather is crap. People don't set stuff out. I mean, like most of the year it's raining and gross here. But when I was in Kenosha, Wisconsin a couple weeks ago, we were going thrifting and doing some stuff, and our car was full already. And I mean, and we had our daughter and granddaughter with us, like we were packed, and we were driving, and it was like, stop. And Bill stops and he backs up, and there was there are garbage cans and a pile of stuff, and then there was this little wicker like stool table thing. And I said, do you guys, Tamara, do you think I can just can I take that? Do you guys think this is like garbage? Like it's for free? Like I could just, and she's like, yeah, absolutely. Everybody's like, get out. I was like, are you guys sure? I feel like I'm stealing. Like, are we? And she's like, we were like a couple blocks from her apartment. She's like, garbage day is tomorrow. They set that out for the garbage. I'm like, okay. So I got out and I'm like, where are we going to put this? And she's like, right in between us. Like she is all for this type of stuff. And she's like, come on, we got room. And then this groundhog came out from like their porch. And I thought it's the biggest groundhog I've ever seen in my life. And we were in the middle of a city. It was so weird.
A groundhog guard. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
So then I for sure thought that I was stealing. And now we call it the groundhog table and it's on my front porch.
Oh,
Are you
perfect.
keeping it or selling it?
I'm keeping it. Bill's gonna make a little top for it, and I'm keeping it.
Awesome. Awesome.
But
I love that.
I've like never done that. We don't do that here. Yeah.
I don't
Alright.
do that by where I live now, but Conshohocken, oh my God.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
would find some
It was
goodies all
awesome.
the
But
time.
people
Yeah.
things would clearly be set out on the sidewalk, like past there, like on the curb. So there was no
Mhm.
question, right? If it was out there.
Right.
Like here, you just don't know. And a lot of nasty dogs around where I live now. Like junkyard
Oh.
dog kind of things going on.
I do love
And
setting stuff out in my front yard with a free sign on it and watching people pick it up. And I know Libby loves doing that too.
so
Yeah.
so here's the key around here. If I have stuff to put out, my mother has this permanent, I borrow hers. It says free. And that didn't work good enough. So she added the words take it. So it's this big wooden sign that we take out of the garage when we have something. So it just says free, take it. Oh my God. It made all the difference in the world. Like not only
Oh,
the
I love
take
it.
it. Yeah. So little pro tip there for those that
Free.
like to
Take it. Add the take it.
You have to add the
That's
take it. Like it does something. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway.
All right. I have a question. So we were talking about things that bring us joy. When you talk about things that bring you joy, there are different ways that items can bring you joy. Like I talked about the kitschy stuff, it just makes me happy because it's so stinking cute, right? And I just like to look at it. It brings me joy, and I want somebody else to get that joy. What are other things in your listing items that bring you joy? Samantha loves to sort things. So if she can
Mhm.
sort something, that brings her joy.
So
What
I
other ones?
recorded a reseller reflection this week called Satisfaction, right? Because I never knew what made me happy with like I know I love to list miniatures like that. I love it. Love storing the, I love the whole process of that. Um, Clothing, awesome, like easy to list. I don't love it, but I love to list it because it's easy. I just get in the groove and all that stuff. But thing that brings me satisfaction is to get a box of absolute junk from the auction, sort through it, and make money off of it. And like literally the stuff I spent sorting out, I spent $11 at the auction last Friday. I listed it and I was like, all right, well, it's just junk. I'm probably going to make, I don't know, maybe $200 off that $11. I'm clearly going to clear 1,000 off these boxes, like literal
That's
boxes of junk. And
wow.
I just doing it. I'm like looking stuff. I'm like, this is making me so happy. I just feel so accomplished taking a box of junk and making money. Like,
It was
how
That
much fun is that?
Molly, you missed her transformation all week. She started with like, "Oh, I just have this junk to list. I
Mhm.
don't even know why I bought this." Like that auction sucked. Like
It was an emotional roller coaster.
and then come list with us came around and she's like, "I don't know, guys. Like how would you list this?" Like and everybody's giving her pointers and tips. And then by like Friday, she's like, "I'm done with the boxes and they were so great and this is amazing."
I found my thing. I love boxes of junk. Yes.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And what's awesome about that is that's a great sourcing place that you have near you. So you
Mhm.
can find that joy often.
Yeah,
Often.
yeah.
Yeah. I I like finding joy in I used to like finding joy in things that were easy to ship before I got my shipping manager involved in my business because
Mm.
once he got involved, now I really don't shipping doesn't bother me except when he leaves to go out of town like he is now. Then I got to kind of fret about what's going to sell while he's gone that I got to pack up. But
If you
um
put our store on vacation mode, I'm gonna be, like, seriously pissed.
I thought about it. I thought about it.
Yeah, I know you did. I know
I
you did.
actually really am thinking about it this weekend because he's gone for a much longer period of time, whereas this trip is just 2 nights, but this weekend's much longer. And I thought, wonder if Libby be mad if I just put the guitar on vacation. But no, I'm going to do it. I got this. I can ship. But that used to be a decision maker in my sourcing and what I wanted to
Mhm.
list was the shipping aspect of it. It had to really bring me in big bucks if I was going to ship something difficult when I'm sourcing. Now I ask Nick and he's like, I got this. Go ahead, go ahead. We'll find a box for it. So that I don't worry about as much as I used to. Um, I love the kind of things. I am so sorry. Did I put that? Can y'all hear that ringing? I hope not.
Mm-mm.
No.
Okay, good. Then I did mute it. Sorry. Um, but I love the things that like I said earlier, with the cute stuff that I enjoy photographing, like shoes. Like I love things I can just put right on my tabletop in front of me, no matter where I am, use my photo room,
Mhm.
and just if I love looking at it through the lens of my phone, then I love listing it. And that
Mm.
the photography brings me joy. I used to feel that way about the mannequins and dressing them, but I got over that. Nick's doing clothes now. He loves the clothes. So I'm okay with that. There are sometimes clothes he puts on the mannequin that I'm like, "Oh, I'd really love to shoot pictures of that baby," but that's
So
his jam.
this whole conversation is just reiterating and reminding me that everybody loves different stuff and other resellers are truly not your competition. Like, are there others that
Yep.
Mm.
that have the same passions and sell the same stuff? Absolutely. But the majority, the people that you're going thrifting with in your town or that you're going and they're not your competition. When I first started my my local eBay meetup group, they would not even like talk about where they got their stuff. This town has 3 thrift stores. They're all terrible. And like we know where you're getting your stuff. Like it's pretty,
Right,
and they
right.
they didn't want to talk about it. I suggested that we all go thrifting together and they were like, "Oh my god, how could you even? We can't all be there at the same time. That's crazy." And then the first time we actually did it, shout out to the Podunk Picker. Check him out on YouTube here. When Darcy first came, he was like, "All right, guys, let's go thrifting." And he's always so happy, and and like you can't tell him no. Like the guy drove an hour to come hang out with us. We're like, "Okay, let's go." And we all went in different directions and we're all showing each other stuff from different things, and we weren't even looking at the same shelves. And after that, everybody started thrifting together and doing stuff together because we all love and hate different things. Sherry's going to go straight to the baskets, and I don't ever want to sell a basket. Like I will sell it if it comes on consignment, but it's probably going to be on my auction group on Facebook. It's going to be real cheap, and it'll probably sell to Sherry.
Who will then list it on eBay, right?
Yes. And if anything, it helps my business to know and go shopping with them and know what they like and what they brings them joy. Because if I'm cleaning out a storage unit, I can call Sherry for all the baskets and the knickknacks and the collectibles, and I'll call my friend Madonna for all the furniture, and then I'll just get to keep the stuff that brings me joy, and it all
Mhm.
works out for everybody, and the storage unit's cleaned out. We're done. Like,
Nice.
Just like
yeah,
that.
look
Just
at
like
that.
that.
Efficiency there up in the UP.
I like this community
She
you're
is
building,
running
Samantha.
reselling up there.
She is in charge. She is in charge. So yeah, I think it's a thing. You find the things that bring you joy when you're trying to decide what to list and sell. Some people can actually make a full business off of just selling the things that bring them joy. They niche
Mhm.
down to whatever it is that brings them joy and have been able to be successful. Some people, maybe their niche isn't going to be able to be a full business. So then you figure out those other things to add in, right? To make your business successful, but still enable you to sell the things that bring you joy, even if they're
Mhm.
not monetary, they're not profitable things, right?
Yes.
All right. So let's talk about the necessary evils. You know, those items that you get that you know you should sell, but they just make you groan, like those china sets and those crystal pieces. And you're like, I
Oh,
know, or yeah, you're like,
I know what Samantha is. That's all I can think. It's just in my head.
I know if you are in our Patreon group, you will know what my response is going to be. But it is a necessary evil, because if I want to continue listing tiny little game pieces that bring me joy, I also have to sell the bread and butter things and the things that people bring me on consignment. The majority of things that people bring me is clothing, even though I hate clothing, but I especially hate effing pants.
Mm.
she
I
does, y'all.
hate
It's
I
very out there.
You have to flat lay them. You got to measure. Like once I get in the groove, I can list 50 pairs of pants in a couple hours. Like it's fine. But I dread it. I don't want to do it. It's extra steps. I don't, they,
I think we should find a way because I love to list pants. I think we should find
Yeah,
a way to get your pants to me.
yeah, yeah.
I'm not asking to get in your pants. I'm asking you to send the pants.
And
She wants
this
me to
is now
ship my
yet
pants.
this is another episode where Libby's going a little sideways on her talking here. Wow.
She wants
Wow.
me to ship my pants to her.
Yes.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's funny. And again, this is like everybody's different. Samantha hates listing pants. There are a lot of people that love listing pants
mhm.
because they're easy to batch and just flow right through them. And yeah, yeah. See, I'm more about the fragile stuff. The large fragile things. I did a thing this past week at an estate sale and bought a lamp. It
Oh,
was I know it's going to get listed, but I was like, it's really cool, but is it, and Nick was like, go ahead, we'll figure it out. So yeah, that's one
Thank
of those
God for Nick.
groaners,
Yeah. I
right?
don't also get on edge listing stuff that is difficult to ship because I do the shipping and not my favorite thing. So yeah, that stuff just that goes to the back of the line if I get it. Yeah.
Yeah,
For
yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
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 And it's like vintage clothing. I love listing vintage clothing. I love buying. I love buying vintage clothing, but I don't like to list it because really with vintage clothing, you've got to, like with normal everyday bread and butter clothing that's out there now, I will do the basic measurements that people want,
Mhm.
right? Because
Mhm.
most people know, like, oh, Ralph Lauren size medium fits me, but you put those basic measurements. But I feel like with vintage, you really need to add some of those extra measurements in because vintage is so different than what we wear today.
Yeah.
But I love them. So I think one of my advices to those who love these things, but they don't like certain parts of them is if you are able, outsource some of that part that you don't like because there is
Mm.
somebody that will enjoy doing it and making a little money in their pocket if your business can support that. Again, I have Nick who he's the clothing guy now. So I love it because I can pick those vintage things I love and then I pass them off to him. Whereas he cannot stand hard goods at all. Like when because I go to the hard goods and I'm picking up all these cool things and he's like, oh God, but I do all the hard goods. That's me. I'm the one. So, we've figured that out. But if you're on your own and there's a part as your business builds and you can support it that you would prefer not to deal with, then think about outsourcing
Mhm.
that part of that. And then you get that part off of you, just a thought.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to go to a junkyard, but my brother loves doing that. So he just brings me the car parts. It works great.
That is so nice. So nice.
Yeah, I have a list. Like I'm sitting here thinking I don't like to do shoes. I don't like to do hard goods that are bigger than a tchotchke. Um
How big is a tchotchke?
I'm
Let's
gonna
just
say like
3 inches.
6 inches max. Yeah.
Oh, we've
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
All right, all
It
right.
has to fit in like a box easily and be shipped. What else don't I like? Oh, this is fun. Let me complain
You
here.
know what? Here's another thing that I love to buy, but I hate to list it, but I buy it anyway, and I
What?
actually am the one to photograph and list it. Vintage
Is
linens. Linens.
Oh, yes.
I
Mm,
love to buy linens when I see them, but every time I put them in my bag, I'm like, oh gosh, they're just going to go on that pile. And then one day I'm just going to have to dedicate to getting through it all. And then once I get it up, I'm thrilled that I did it because they sell and people love them. I
yes.
just
Mhm.
cannot stand to photograph and measure and list the vintage. But that's one of the first things I go to and grab are vintage.
She just
So
can't help herself, folks. You
Okay.
know what? We didn't talk about at the beginning of the episode. Molly, did you miss the fact that Samantha went totally viral this week?
She
Did
told
you
me she
miss
went
this?
totally, she
I
told me
Oh,
she
you
went
know.
viral.
I told her
Yeah.
this morning, but she did miss it until I told her this morning. But
Okay.
yes, thank you all for viewing my reel that we had on YouTube this past week.
Yes.
Don was convinced that like 10,000 of the views were his because he watched it and then set it down and forgot about it.
That only counts as one view, by the way.
Right.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
funny.
So I did have a reel that got like 20,000 views, which is a heck of a lot
I'm
for
gonna
us.
link it up in the show notes because
I
Perfect.
think you
we're gonna
should.
keep you going, man. We want this to be the highest performing reel ever. We're so
I think it
proud of
is.
Samantha.
I think it is.
And
So
That's
also, it'll
awesome.
help you list something. If you don't like listing clothing,
yes.
it's gonna give you a little boost.
Yes.
I'm
Yeah,
glad
and
that
then
you threw in why it fits in here.
it
Of
does fit in.
course, of
It does
course.
fit in because it was a legit thing. And now Don was also a little cranky because he's like, so 20,000 views, that doesn't mean everybody agrees with you. And I'm like, no, it only had like 20 likes. So it doesn't mean everybody agrees with me. But I agree with me and it works fine. So it's fine. I have found that linens and blanket, like the big stuff that you don't like to, I always thought, oh, I have to lay it on a bed. I have to whatever.
Mm,
And Maria has a cute little full-size bed. So I would go in there and I would lay her because mine's like I have a huge headboard and it looks kind of weird. Hers is like a basic white. So I would go in there and I'd lay out all the linens and then you'd have to get the
Mhm.
right angle and like you're standing on a chair and doing no, I got this clothing rack over here and I have clips on the top of it so that I can just clip the linens and and
Smart
drape it
girl.
out, and then I can take all my pictures up there, and it's so much easier, and I dread them a little less now. A little less.
All
Yeah,
right.
like I'll do mine. I'll pin mine on the flat lay board. But
Yeah.
some stuff I have to take up. If it's too heavy, I have to take it up and put it on the bed and photograph it.
Yeah.
I just have to tell you my brain pow moment at the estate sale this last week that I went to, because
Okay.
they had a beautiful king size bedspread that was vintage, large flowers, just amazing.
Oh, I
And
know
I
what
was
you're
like,
gonna say. Yeah.
I got to take this home with me. I got to take this home with me. How much, we had to wait for somebody to get us a price because it wasn't priced. There was no sign, which they did. It's $25. It was just amazing. But I said to Nick, oh, before we take it off, clear everything off because they put a bunch of stuff on it for the sale. Clear everything off. I am photographing this right now in this room on the bed before we take it and buy it.
Yes.
So just if you are somebody who buys linens, and I thought, why
Smart.
didn't I do this with the Ralph Lauren one I bought? Like, why didn't this hit me
Yeah.
6 months ago when I bought that? So from now on, if I'm buying it off of a display in an estate sale, I am clearing the bed and photographing it right then and there. And then
Smart.
all I have to do when I get home is measure it and list it.
I saw that listing in our store. And
Yeah.
I'm like, who the hell's bed is that? Did Molly redo her guest room? Like, what is happening here?
She did not approve that furniture choice by us.
I know.
Okay.
That's not my
are not-
room getting remodeled, is it?
We are not comfortable. Did you change the mattress, young lady?
Right. Right.
Oh my gosh.
That is smart.
Oh,
I
that is funny.
like that tip a lot.
And the same thing, like I'm thinking light fixtures. I've sold a lot of light fixtures, like from
Mhm.
this house and my previous house that I've remodeled. You don't want all the light fixtures. Always remember to take a picture of the light fixture before you remove it. Oh my God, it's like, yeah, it's
Yeah,
hard to
yeah.
remember, but so worth
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Those are ways to make it easier for those things you don't like to
Mhm.
list if they just so happen to already be on display. Yeah.
Yeah. And
So
if
try
you
to
think
think
to
that through.
yourself, oh, it'll be easier later, I don't feel like it right now, you're wrong. You're
You're
totally wrong. Do it even if you don't
you
feel
are
like it.
You're
You're
wrong.
All right.
I have
What
one
do we
more.
show? Is it show and tell?
I have one more thing that I hate. This tangled mess that my husband was in a different state. He was thrifting, he was sourcing, and I said, "Oh, babe, if you can get that for $20, go for it." And I don't know why I told him that, because he got this and more. This was bigger. He got this big, tangled, terrible mess of jewelry for $20, which was a great deal. I think we weighed it and it was like 7 or 8 pounds, and great deal. I hate it. I hate every single second of trying to pull anything out of that thing. And I thought, oh, maybe it'll be like my zen. It'll be relaxing. No, it's not. I'd rather shovel snow. It's terrible.
And on the flip side of this coin, we have
Oh, I love it. I could untangle jewelry, like just let me untangle jewelry all day. I would never be happier. Just put some music on, or podcast and untangle the
Oh,
jewelry. Oh yeah.
you're
so
sick.
Samantha. The next time you come to be with us, you just need to bring that, and we'll let Libby untangle away.
Oh my God, we could just put it on a tray and like pass it around in Denver. Everybody could take turns untangling, and
Yeah,
there we go.
Everybody take a turn, and we could turn some kind of a game into it in
Oh
Denver.
God.
Yeah, yeah.
Once I start, I don't want to stop and give it to somebody else. Like I can't invest it. Like
Well, because see, though, but then you'd be the only sober one. Because I was thinking, for every piece you get out of the pile, you can make somebody drink. Libby'd be over there.
That's funny. Oh God.
These are ways to take the things you dread and make them fun, y'all.
Mhm.
So, question: there are clearly things here we don't like. Why do we pick them up anyway?
Well, I mean, I hate listing pants. Absolutely hate it, dread it. I put them off as much as I can. But let's be honest, I ship out pants every single day. Every day there's
Yeah.
a pair of pants. So I
They
gotta
are the
keep,
necessary evil. They're
I gotta
just
keep
those
listing.
items. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's what you've just, there are just things that you know are going to sell and they're going to keep your business hardy. And so you get them and you deal with that part. And again, I say, if you can outsource part of those, or you have a friend that loves to
Yes.
untangle jewelry, and hopefully they live closer to you than Libby does Samantha, then, have them over for pizza and drinks and put a movie on and let them untangle your jewelry. I mean, try to find
Yeah.
some ways around the things you can't stand to do, but
Mm-hmm.
you still need to do them.
Yeah.
Or batch them and make it a game. I mean, turn it into a game and just, or challenge yourself that I don't like to list pants. So Wednesday, I am going to knock these pants out. I'm going to put them all together and I'm just going to batch them, focus on them. And when I'm done, I'm going to go get a pedicure.
Yeah.
Whatever.
And
Make it
it's
There you
going to
go.
feel so good when you're done. Like there's nothing better than finishing something that's been hanging over your head. Oh, I love
Yeah.
that
Oh, I
feeling.
thought you were gonna say there's nothing better than a pedicure. I mean, like, right. Like that's
Oh,
why it'll
well,
that's
yeah.
why it'll feel good afterwards. Yeah.
Because there just are always those necessary evils. I mean, they are, and you can conquer them and even make them fun. And who knows, maybe over time change your full attitude about them. Maybe, I don't know. I don't
Maybe.
know.
Like I kind of I'm learning the lesson the opposite way, like with things I don't like to ship, because it is so tempting when I'm at the auction. Like consignment, I have less control over. Oh, well, I don't take bigger items now, but I do have less control over the type of items that come in on consignment, and that's by choice. You
Mhm.
can totally control what comes in on consignment based on your needs, but by choice, I just keep it open. I have really good consigners, and I like the surprise sometimes. But
Yeah.
like to go to the
Yeah.
auction, like it's sometimes really hard. It's like a mental struggle. Oh my gosh, I can get that for $1. But guess what? I don't like to ship it. I don't like to list it, and it stresses me out. So why am I getting it?
Yeah.
So
These items
I'm like,
go. These items go in our hard pass category.
it's
They
hard
have
Yes.
to
a
do a
hard.
hard pass sometimes, like when you know you can make money, but
Yeah.
they make you
Yeah.
miserable. But
Yeah.
I'm getting way better at it. Like I've definitely
Yeah.
sidestepped some real stress.
Yeah. Furniture's a hard pass for me. I mean, that's furniture is definitely my hard pass. And
Yes.
you make your decisions on your hard pass list based on a lot of it can be what are you able to store? What, can you hang on to this item? Do you have room for it? I mean, that's a good reason to put something on a hard pass list,
Mm-hmm.
you know, so
Mm-hmm.
maybe it's something that is going to just steal your time and energy and take you way too long to figure out all the details it needs to be listed and dealt with, and you don't want it to steal your time and energy. I mean, there's many reasons to put something on your hard pass list.
So I have one for you guys.
Okay.
I love to list jewelry, right? I enjoy
Hmm.
it. I like everything about it. I like to ship it, I like to store it. It's all good. But I have sitting next to me, and for about 8 months now, at least 8 months now, about 100 plus pieces of jewelry,
The box. I've seen this box.
because I get so overwhelmed, even though it's something I like. So, what are your tips and
Yes.
tricks? Like, do you get overwhelmed when you have a large amount of something, and maybe it's even something like that stops me in my tracks? Like, I just look and I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah. Yes, I get that way with pants and with jewelry. Something I found that helped with jewelry, even though I do like to photograph it and stuff already, and so do you, but just like move to a different area or a different window or a different setup. Like when I was house sitting and she had a big beautiful window and a different
Hmm.
setup. And I was like, "Oh, I bet the natural light would look." Oh, and I was just grabbing piece after piece after piece and just whipping the photos out with that one, because that was
Oh.
like that would just like was like something different. And I haven't listed a
You were
piece of jewelry
finding
since.
joy in it.
I was.
I never even thought about changing because I photograph in the same spot all the time. I wasn't even never even crossed my mind.
Change your scenery
That
a little
goes
bit.
under that goes under the thing of me leaving and going to the coffee shop to work every now and then just because I'm in a
Yes.
rut. Yeah. How about
Yes.
All
that?
right. Yeah,
And
the only
then
thing that was stuck in my head was sorting it into smaller groups so I felt successful.
Well, see, I do that with
So,
mine. That's what I do. I'll get earrings and I'll get all like the like hoop earrings and then I'll focus on those or all the bracelets
mhm.
and focus on those. I get like items, focus on them, get them
Mhm.
listed, get them put away, and then the next week I might do another part of that.
Yeah.
She'll never complete it though. She'll only do
I was going to
90%.
90.
say, and I do 90% of it. And so then, you still always have that 10% to fall back on when you need it.
I was gonna say too, and I'd see this in a lot of groups of people that they're struggling with their death piles, and they can't see it as a money mountain, and they're just so caught up in it. Just take a couple pieces. It doesn't matter if it's sorted. It doesn't matter if you grab a necklace, an earring, and a bracelet or whatever. Just grab a couple pieces, put that box in a different room or somewhere out of sight under your desk, whatever. Just do those, just those pieces that are in front of, because sometimes even the act of sorting, people are like, oh, we'll sort your money mountain and pull out all the Christmas stuff or all the summer stuff or all the, sometimes that is too hard. Sometimes looking at a
Mm.
pile of pants and just pulling out just the shorts for me, too much. It's still overwhelming. But if I just grab the top 5 pieces and then I just have to list those 5, normally that's enough to get me in the group, and I'm grabbing more and I'm getting a big stack of them done. But you
Mm-hmm.
just have to just start with something and then go from
Mm-hmm.
there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Builds momentum. Because like
Yeah.
to go from 0 to 1 is the hardest. Like once you
Yeah.
get from 0, like that's the hardest step you can take is 0 to 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
All right. Again, I'm going to ask. Okay, Samantha, what? Go
Well,
ahead.
we have a couple announcements before you try to wrap this up.
Okay, go with your announcements. Go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. So we picked this month's book for the Just for Flippin' Fun book club, and we are reading Close Your Eyes and Count to 10 by Lisa Unger. It is free if you have a Kindle or Audible subscription. So read it sometime this month. Join us on October 3rd, and it's totally free in our Patreon. So read that. Um, we're not going to have a business boosting book club per se for the last quarter because it is Q4. Libby's dove in and done a lot of hands-on books this year. So instead, watch our Patreon. We're going to be having some free lunch and learns and some different like in-service type things to talk about the 12-week year and different things along that and get you pumped up and ready for next year. So keep an eye on Patreon. Again, this stuff's all free, guys. So get in there, do it. Another free event we're doing because there's just not enough going on right now
We
is Listapalooza time.
Yes.
whoop, 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 whoop.
So that starts this weekend. Well, when this is coming out, you are watching it this weekend, the 12th, for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Listapalooza. If you have not heard of a Listapalooza, I don't know where the heck you've been, but I'm glad you're here. You need it. Listapalooza is very simple. We have a Facebook group and we post in there of how many things that you think you're going to list for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You set a goal. Doesn't matter if that goal is 5 things because you have a family reunion this weekend or whatever, or you work full time, or who knows. You have 5 things or 500. It doesn't matter. We have people of all scales, all businesses, all shapes and sizes. Brick and mortars can join in as well. They just count every 2 items count as one because their listing's a little bit different. And we have a friendly competition where it's going to be football themed. So I assume we're going to try to like get some touchdowns. I don't know, but we're going to keep score and cheer everybody on as they hit their goals. And we usually do a lot of come list with us over in our Patreon group so that you can come in and list with us and ask questions. And we talk about, getting through your pile of pants and getting them all listed.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah,
My
and
favorite thing.
like so there's we're doing it on Facebook so that you like we're announcing it on Facebook and there's a lot of it going on Facebook. You can also participate in our Patreon. The reason we do it on Facebook is so that you can invite your friends. Right? Because there's a lot of resellers out there that we know need Listapalooza and need a little boost at this point in time. And so invite your friends. That is why we also do it on Facebook. But almost everything happens in our Patreon community.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
Yeah. So go over there and join as a free member. Don't miss out.
Yes.
Don't miss out.
So much fun stuff. All
That's
right.
one of my favorite things we do.
You may
All
proceed.
right. Thank you. All right, y'all. So now that we have spilled our reseller secrets, we want to know about you. We want you to drop a comment and let us know the items that you love to list, the ones you avoid like the plague. I don't know. Let us know. Do you have that item that keeps somehow digging itself back down to the bottom of your money mountain? We're just curious. We want to know because, as you can see with the three of us, we're all different. Don't forget to hit subscribe if you haven't already, please, because I always hear these statistics from people of how many people consistently watch their channels but have never subscribed. Do your girls a favor and hit the subscribe because it does help us out, and you will not miss more reseller confessions, more behind the scenes tips, all the good things that we do. You're not
Yes.
going to miss
We
out.
are so close
All right?
to, I think we're like 4 away, maybe 2 away from 2,000 subscribers.
So
Who's going to
close.
be our 2,000th? Will we know?
You could be that person.
You could be
it.
that person.
You could
You
be
won't
it.
you won't win anything for it, but you could be that person.
You can walk
Bragging
around with
rights.
the pride, bragging rights. I was their 2,000th subscriber. All right, friends, until next time.
Cheers.
Cheers. I just hit my funny bone on the desk and it's not very funny.
It's not funny at all.
Ow.
Thank you for joining Libby, Molly, and Samantha, the ladies of Consignment Chats, as we grow your reselling business. For all things Consignment Chats, visit us at consignmentchats.com and join our free private communities on Facebook and/or Patreon.